everyone, welcome back to the Beta TV studio for another live episode of You Need This. I'm your host Noelle, coming to you from San Francisco, and today I am wearing the Aftershocks by Aeropex. They're these headphones here that you probably can't see too well. My hair's covering them a little bit, but they sit right here on your temple. They are bone conduction headphones, so I can hear music, games, whatever I'm listening to, but I can also hear everything that's going on around me because they don't sit in your ears, they sit right on your temples. Absolutely love them. Head on over to beta.com to check them out. Right now they're on sale for $139, so get yours today. Thank you so much for joining me here. Today we are talking about the iiRcade home arcade gaming bar top. Such a cool product. If you guys are arcade fans, then this is the product that you're going to want to put in your home. It is perfect for home arcade playing. And to tell us more about it, we're going to bring in Nick, who is our general manager over at Beta Mission Bay. So let's bring him in. Nick, good morning to you. I know that you are a huge arcade fan, so I'm really excited to get into this product with you. I know that it was developed just a couple of years ago by a group of co-founders that are gamers and have been in the gaming industry for a long, long time. So let's start off. I would just love to know, as an arcade lover yourself, does this satisfy sort of that arcade love? Does it have that vintage feel from the 80s arcade games that we all know and love?
Absolutely, and good morning to you, Noelle. The iiRcade is a fantastic entry into the field of gaming where you really do get that old school experience and really does capture like the very essence of what gaming was in the 80s with the cabinetry, the layout of your two-player gaming mode where you're playing right next to somebody, and of course all the fun graphics, games, and fantastic sound as well.
Right. And now what makes this different, Nick, from the old school traditional arcade games?
Yeah, so what is the big difference here is it's got all the look of the old games, which were giant cabinets full of lots of very slow processing computers, and have upgraded. So the internals here are really what shines. So you have upgraded processors. You've got the latest in both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. You've got a 19-inch screen with a high-definition display, 100-watt speakers for fantastic sound, 3.5 millimeter jack for headphones if you want to plug in and play privately. Of course, 1 and 2 player mode here, and just tons and tons of games that you can play on this as well, beyond just a single game.
Very cool. So modern tech, upgraded tech, but in sort of that same kind of vintage arcade body that we all are familiar with. Tell me, Nick, how easy is it to assemble? Because I know this is an arcade for the home. So when people order it and get it to their homes, how easy is it to assemble the game?
It is so easy. In fact, if you've ever put together, something from IKEA or something, you would easily be able to do this. Everything is labeled. I was able to assemble this unit all by myself in about 30 minutes.
Awesome. Now, the name, Nick, it's the Home Arcade Gaming Bar Top. So that bar top part, what does that mean exactly?
Yeah, so the actual unit itself is just the bar top, which is what you see from the counter here all the way up to the top. So this is really what would sit on top of a tabletop or, in your man cave or wherever you wanted to put this in your house. If you really want the full sort of cabinet experience, which you would see in a, old school arcade, the base is an optional accessory that you can opt for as well.
Very cool. And you know what? I think we actually have some pictures so people can kind of see what you're talking about exactly. So there is the unit just without kind of the base. So the base itself is more or less an accessory. And Nick, I understand that the base, the cost is different. Is that correct?
Yes.
How much does the base cost?
So the unit itself runs $599. The base is an additional $149 if you wanted to do that. But again, it's completely optional. It'll work just fine sitting on a tabletop.
Great. And it looks pretty narrow as well. So it's not going to take up, much space, whether you have it on, your bar top or you include the base with it. And Nick, tell me what game you have playing on the arcade behind you.
So one of the games that comes included, and there are 11 that come included with the unit right out of the box that you can use and play. The one I have on here is Dragon's Lair, which was a very big deal back in the day. Some of the best graphics at the time. But beyond the 11 games that come with this initially, which are kind of old school gaming ones like you're seeing here, you do have the ability to add, I think they have a library of over 200 other games and growing. And this isn't just, old vintage retro games. This is also modern games as well. Processors in this are all updated, you have to remember. So you can actually play modern games on this as well with no problems, very smooth gaming as well.
Great. And how can people add more games to the system?
So the system just uses an app, so not surprisingly, actually. So you can add games and subtract them there. The unit will come with 64 gigs of memory right out of the box. For the base unit, you can upgrade that to 128 if you prefer. At 64, you're going to be able to fit hundreds of games on this. At 120, you can fit thousands of games on this. So, you're really going to have lots and lots of options. You can kind of probably see here, you can very easily kind of scroll through, choose what you like. It's all categorized for you. All your settings and setup is in here. It's very, very simple to use. I mean, anybody could do it.
Now, if I wanted to come and play Dragon's Lair with you, Nick, could we do a two-player kind of deal?
Absolutely. It's set up for 2 players right as you can see here, awesome. Which is, again, the traditional setup for gaming. And they've also, got plans and have already started some development for this device to be able to do multiplayer gaming so that you can actually play with people remotely. And what's even fun is, beyond just the sound that you have here in the speakers and the audio jack, this also has an HDMI out. So if you were somewhere and wanted to cast your game to a bigger TV to, have people watch, if you were, entertaining or had a party going, it's available and easy to do that as well.
Yeah, I think this is such a great unit for people to bring back into their homes, as hopefully we move out of the pandemic, hopefully soon, and start to entertain a little bit more. This is a great thing to have. I mean, really anywhere in your home, if you have a basement, if you have a room dedicated to gaming, even in the kitchen, really, really fun, not only for kids, but also for adults as well. Now, Nick, can people come into Mission Bay and try the unit out for themselves?
Absolutely. In fact, I welcome challenges. Come on in and check us out, and I'll play 2 players with you on this, and we can try it out together.
Very cool. Okay, well, challenge is accepted, Nick. I will see you later today. We will battle it out with the iiRcade. Thank you so much for telling us more about it today, and thank you all for joining us. Again, it retails for $5.99 on beta.com, so head on over there and order yours today. Thank you guys so much for joining me here in the Beta TV studio. We'll be back with more episodes of You Need This very soon. Bye.